Safety car is racking up a few more air miles for Fauzi, Bruno Senna, as you were, everybody. Behind the safety car once more. And possibly Pavlovich will be having... You know, he'll probably be having a fairly relaxed discussion with Ben Hanley about it. Milos's full and frank exchange of views are generally... He generally seems to be pretty phlegmatic about the whole thing. It's just one of those things that happen. And the Campos boys ready with slicks. For who? For Petrov, I'm supposing, or possibly for Hanley, if he's now right at the back of the field. What's to lose? Safety car out again here in Indonesia. Safety car out here at Sentul in Indonesia with Vitaly Petrov. Man who currently lies third place in the safety car queue behind race leader Fauzi and Bruno Senna in second place. Now Petrov's Campos team were ready with tyres. Here's the Ficando boys ready with tyres as well. And nobody's going for new wets because there aren't any, so it's going to be slicks the choice. Gareth, big gamble still, I think?
I think it is, yeah. I think it's still greasy wet. It's the replay there of
Stephen Jelly being hit by Christian Baccarat, yeah.
Like the replay of the Ben Hanley.
Yeah, the interesting one we're obviously not going to see again. You know, that would be too much to ask. Well, it is Hanley after that incident with Pavlovich at the back. And the point here would be presumably, right front nut won't go on, the gun's gone flat, you forgot to turn the air on the air bottle on or something. The point here would be to try and get the point for fastest lap, presumably. Oh dear, I think there's slightly more. Ben's worried obviously about something he's talking on the radio. There you go, Birmingham screwdriver being applied with... See now...
See, when you're a driver Saturday, that doesn't give you a great deal of confidence to...
well, yeah, but as I always say, if you can't fix it with a hammer, it really is broken.
Yeah.
Go on, Ben. Fastest lap of the race.
Be tempted to pop the belts there and you drive it.
See, that would have worked in the 80s. I'm not sure carbon fibre wishbones would respond too well to that in modern Formula 1, but these aren't, so I'm assuming they're not. You wouldn't be hitting carbon fibre with a hammer.
No, they're not.
Straightening it, would you?
Not, but, yeah, you shouldn't be hitting it with a hammer, for goodness sake.
No, they're probably not supposed to take that sort of input, are they? And
not redesigned for that kind of
No, not really. And, well, if there was a major kink in it, then you wouldn't be thinking about going out anyway. Let's have a look again. Well, there is Ben on the inside of Milos Pavlovich, and it was survivable, possibly, if Grosjean hadn't been on the outside, and Pavlovich might have had somewhere to go, but no, Ben just came in and just couldn't turn in tight enough, could he? He just was going too quick to stay where he wanted to be.
That's right, he might have got away with it in a dry condition, but because it was greasy wet, he got much less control over the car, and he just understeered into the side of Pavlovich.
Teams talking to stewards, saying, what are we going to do? What about this? What about that? Interesting to actually be able to hear what the conversation is about. Whether it's protesting about driving standards, marshalling standards, safety car presence, or whatever else. Now, of course, Christian Baccarat. I just thought for a moment we might have seen our leader coming in for tyres, and that will be very much well, he's again nothing to lose. He's right down the back of the field.
Yeah, you'll not see the leaders come and do this, but the guys at the back can risk it, can't they?
For us, and Bruno will stay where they are for us in the hope of winning the race, and Bruno, well, likewise in the hope of winning the race, in the hope that there might actually be some green flag running in which to do it. It's starting to turn into a NASCAR race, isn't it? Actually, we're going to end up with a red flag and then a 2-lap dash for the cash. Fauzi, Senna, Petrov, top three as they were. Grosjean in fourth place, ahead of Adrian Valles, Michel Herc, Hopin Tung and Sebastian Buemi. So points finish at Michel Herc in this race. Sixth place in the sprint.
Doesn't look too comfortable, is he, Baccarat?
Not really, no.
It's not going to achieve a great deal either.
It's going to tell him that the wheels aren't falling off, which I'm assuming is possibly what he might have been feeling there. You know, when you see somebody doing that little
cold tyres, that is.
Yeah, yeah. Or he's run over some big lumps of gravel and picked something up, or he's picked some debris up or something in a pit lane even, quite possibly. A bit of pickup is making a bit of an odd vibration. Because after tyres wets, the slicks should feel a lot smoother, shouldn't they?
Yeah, but with zero grip, because they're so cold. You've got no tyre warmers in GP2, so it's stone cold rubber.
Yeah.
On a wet track.
Well, they'll be ambient 40 degree, but yeah, absolutely a long way below where they should be.
Yeah, it'll take a while to get heat into them.
Yeah, definitely. So, safety car driver probably knows this track as well as anybody else now. But I have to say, you know, for the crowd, it's not exactly the most scintillating introduction to top flight motorsport. I certainly hope they have slightly better luck with the speed car series. Those big 800 horsepower stock cars might be pretty entertaining. Of course, the other thing for Ben Hanley and Christian Backerud is as the track is definitely starting to dry, you can see it looking much less wet at least. They're not really getting much temperature into the tyres at this speed. Oh, huge plough on understeer there. I mean, it's still really not very grippy anywhere.
It's still too wet in key places at the moment, isn't it? I mean, we've got what? It's come to the countdown, just under 9 minutes left in the race now.
Yeah. So the number of laps left remaining is going to be slightly irrelevant because of the huge safety car presence. So we're inside the final 10 minutes. Well, you know what? It's like Cliff Richard at Wimbledon, isn't it? Very nice indeed from the Campos team. Very nice. Don't call us. Don't give up the day. Maybe they have given up the day job. Oh dear. That would really be quite a disappointment. Yeah, not a great introduction to top flight motor racing this, I'm afraid. I have to say that GP2 Asia next year might really struggle with the teams if they say, oh yeah, are you looking forward to going back to Indonesia?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think most of the teams seem pretty annoyed by the whole state of affairs, whether it be the incompetent marshalling or just the state of the track, the state of their cars now, which have taken an absolute hammering. You look at all the front of the cars are just peppered.
Well, I mean, you might think, well, it's only paint, but actually, Gareth, there's been some quite significant damage. Somebody had a wing splitting apart.
Yeah, well, yesterday's winner, I mean, he was so lucky that the wing didn't actually delaminate and fall apart during the race. I think it was a 15mm gap where the front of the wing had sort of peeled apart. Yeah, I mean, it was only just a matter of luck that it didn't actually pull apart fully and just you know, causing a big accident.
Yeah, very. I mean, it's one thing that it's wet, nobody can avoid that, and slippery, but to be sustaining that sort of damage. And of course, the other thing that means is that when all these stones are being flung up, of course, they're all pitting the visor as well, which makes keeping the visor clean and all that.
Well, you can't use your tear-offs until the very last second, that's the problem, so you do get them with a real dirty visor.